don't, but I love him. So we're going to watch to see what he can produce here. Obviously, over at A, we're in the eyes of Corey at Garage. And it is Xset just chilling out. They're not going to be doing too much movement. And maybe it's a, let's see how this Phoenix wants to be used. Can we identify it? Is it literally just going to burn our feet when he throws a molly down the hot hand? So I don't think that's the result of any, but we'll see as they trailblazer down towards the bottom and seem to work A now.
And this is the interesting part. Yes, he's got the ult warp, but when you're looking at players or agent that usually tries to go for the forward position, it's going to be your chamber, it's going to be your jet. They were playing doubled up in Garage and Seaside, where the anchor, quote-unquote, inside sewers was Rossi Jiggle peeking there. And as they rotate back, 4 players towards A, Xset's looking for a Seaside split. So GMD, he's come up huge on the pistol on split, and he does so at least for the first blood in Garage for this match.
After shock, could get him clean into sight. Yeah, nicely done. Zekin's in first. The distraction and the setup now for TSM. They are not stopping again.
Nice little
cross
that came out here to allow Seven to get on top of logs, but we're just spraying through all of this, and now it's, once again, the frenzies of Xset. Frenzies and friends. Is okay, a nice little 180 there onto Zekin. That's another great ability from Phoenix. He's going to be able to heal himself and fight on top of his hot hands. But to no kills, Xset gets the pistol route.
That's true. Did you forget he could heal, Ender?
Exactly.
Just becoming more and more real every round.
We have to remind the population of how Phoenix is usually played. Because we probably haven't seen it since Sentinels on Sick. And like Masters 1, Reykjavik.
Yeah, a little drone play. Oh my gosh, I miss it all. Those two went hard on Phoenix.
Yep.
Second round. Locking in the Spectres. It was 7 on a shorty, but he's going to decide to go with... No, he is going to shorty. Just feeling where the buys come from. Yeah, there it is. One after the other. They give him a quick smoke.
He's already at 4.
Oh my gosh. So then what's the play, right? We got to look at that. Does he activate on site take? Are they going to use it aggressively? This is the next question here. Oh. It'll happen. That'll happen.
Almost. All right, at least GMD is anchoring in there for another kill. I mean, he's trying to do whatever he can here, friends. And Corey looking for the swing out with the Headhunter. And Sabrosa, no ult into the next round, but at least is 1 away, as he couldn't get that kill with the Garage. Xset convert into this pistol round for their bonus into round number 3.
All right, weapons abound. Here we go. They get 2,900 if they lose this one. Side of TSM, so you can see 0 credits there for a lot and maybe just 3,000 credits if they can't get this round. So it's pretty pivotal that they do. If Xset can shut this down, I think it's really going to be hard for Sabrosa to show what this Phoenix is meant to do if you're never really in the position to buy and be behind each other. It is going to be an A strat again, or focus, one after the other. Oh, every time GMD keeps them safe.
At least one thing that's cool here from this matchup by forcing Sabrosa continuously on this A orb is that you're also forcing Def to pull out the fault line every single round, which is going to be an ability that they won't have to disrupt inside the A site or anywhere else if they're trying to move in quickly. That said, though, we're trying to get a plant into the A site, as we just mentioned, for Xset. Aftershock coming out on the defender side, and now we're looking to plant or along. As here it comes. Okay. Hot hands on the ground. Run it back. Cancelled. As flashes came out, and that canceled everything. At least Corey and GMD are fighting back. Depth inside hell. Nice little kill into GMD. Second swing here from Sabrosa. I don't know how many kills Death continues to get while he's full blinded, but this guy's going to work. A quad kill as Xset wins the bonus.
Yeah. So it's about the retakes, right? That they want to try to use that Phoenix, but Xset still snuffs out that run it back. They get it down. But we do see, as we questioned, when would it be used? How would it be used? And for Haven especially, and Phoenix as an agent, you get to throw things over the walls. We saw that going into Covey, and it lands, right? You don't have to have a lineup. You don't have to hit it off a wall. So a lot of what we might see from TSM is to retake with Phoenix, to clear those spots. When he's on attack, you can throw it over from the long A side and get it at the top of sewers type deal. So we'll keep an eye on that still. That's a spam, and nobody loves to feel that. Corey gets out safe. Nice early damage on this round to stop Xset kind of initially getting pressure on the map.
Yeah, with the wall bangs, though, we're going to get a regrowth. So only armor left for Zip. 10. Little split towards the A site. Nice fault line on the defender side to hold things off. Rolling Thunder already available. Subroza, look at him. Fully committed now towards sewers. Fully flashed every single time. A dash in from Zekit. Great utility from their breach. Def continue to go to work. This is a plant potentially for another one for Xset. Looking even for the Prime Gaming Flawless, and they're going to get it. So this is now what? 9 post plants in this series for Xset converted. So, yeah, TSM has to run it back, and they're trying to use that ultimate for retakes, but when it comes back to the rest of utility, what do they have to help? It's very, very hard for them to play the A-side retakes. I think it's going to have to be way more aggressive now for TSM.
Yep, and this was stacked, too, right? Xset was like, you know what? They might be doing that. Let's just Rolling Thunder everyone in A. It played out perfectly. And Rosa threw Hot Hands down into sewers so he could try to organize something long with the team. So we did see a little bit of a play there. Everything fizzled out before it came to fruition, though. Operator for 7. He's going to be on top of the box at C. And they leave A this time. They're rotating in and out to see if they can find the fight.
Talked about aggression. So they're fighting towards the inside. And 7 also drops one towards C long as Xset was trying to rotate out of that. So it works out. TSM are looking to get the first point onto the board on this map of Haven, leaving BCJ and Aaron working together. Guided light available. No more smokes. Big paranoia too, so they could double swing into garage. It's going to be a walk-in contact. GMD knows a little bit better and goes for the jiggle as he retreats towards the C ramp garage. And the timing gets even better and better for Xset.
Yeah. TSM with an initial push out in mid to get the info. Xset still able to get behind enemy lines in the end, but the 1v1. Oh, Corey. Nice shots there. Clean it up to 3K. Xset slow it down, and I think TSM went from an early round push out. We saw Subroza go down quite early in out there in mid. Takes one in window. And that's the first time Xset's really had to deal with something early round, right?
Yeah.
They took a bit of damage before, too. And they just had to deal with it a little bit to where TSM said, okay, well, we can sit back. Let's focus one thing and just make a powerhouse of defense there because we saw no one on A. That'll change this round for TSM as they actually have going 3 there and going out for the alt orb again. So little variations in their defense. It's TSM around there. Nicely done.
Also, 3 players playing towards the A site because we have a double op setup for TSM. So on both extremities, 7 is the one that's pushing 4, and this is the first look of TSM moving out. Flash gets a little bit of info, but not to know how close 7 is, and that's going to be the Trailblazer to confirm that. Going to shoot that, try to dash away. You can get stunned by it. Now you're getting double stunned. Now you're getting hunted down, and at least he makes it out. Leans back out as the ADS is back in the scope. Sees the flash of that breach from depth. That's going to, I mean, look at that minimap. Nobody's rotating back. Now as he spots the knee of that breach, TSM are still not biting it. They're stacking a lot of players on mid side.
They're ready to play that somebody pushed up sewers. Look how patient they're playing on this round. Like you just said, the flashes into sewers. Then we just saw Rossi keeping his eyes on. I'm sorry, Def keeping his eyes on it. They'll switch it up though. Start to head towards C. The length of the round, they're banking on TSM getting sorted from their initial positions of holding the angles.
But like a TSM, they've rotated to stack back towards A.
Yeah.
And we have a mid to C split, with a fault line coming out from grass into site. Open site as well for Xset to go in for potentially a 10th post-plant conversion. So here's a plant coming down. Now the orb in the favor of Xset. They have a Seekers 2 to get information, and there you go. He gets pulled out by BCJ as the little jiggly squigglies are moving outside towards the spawn. They spawn a few players here from TSM. 4 positions as well. A battle soon, a swing out from Def for the trade, the little bait and switch. Fight back inside the garage as GMD is waiting for that timing. Big flash though from Rossi. BCJ still gets the kill, and Kryle for support. GMD's now on his own. Cosmic Divide disappears, and so are the hopes of TSM winning this round. Block is ticking down. Spike is going to go off. Xset first plant.
You know, I'm just kind of realizing, as obviously TSM's bringing some interesting comps to the game today. Even with 5 getting back into the site there, who could they detect? What could they detect with, right? They don't have the sky flashes. You're not playing a Sova. So,
Yeah.
well, vibing, we could say with this comp, they are having a lot of trouble getting back into a post-plant site. If somebody already isn't anchored or has information on the position, it definitely becomes more on each player to go, be behind each other, and hit those shots. You don't have utility to really mess with the other team.
You're right.
You
I
want
think
to
that's
play?
one of the
Let's
things, right? No Fate, no
Yeah.
Sky, no Sova. So the retakes are going to be, we mentioned it before,
Right.
very, very difficult to retake. Almost.
Initial hits from Breach, and that's about it.
Exactly. If anything, a lot of fans of Valorant watching this game, looking at this comp, will kind of say it's kind of cap.
Oh my gosh.
How you doing, young kids?
That was an
still here.
octave.
I'm fitting in. Surviving the vibe shift.
So ready to keep clearing the sewers position. And we saw it on not just sewers, but clearing positions. We saw the patience on Split from Xset. They used guiding lights at the first second of the round along with the Trailblazer mid and did not do anything until BCJ had another guiding light, right? Just figuring things out and letting TSM move around the map on their own side. Oh, whoa, they shoot the peak jump and just go, Van Silly.
They flashed into Cloud Burst.
Oh my gosh.
It was nice by Ross to be able to turn away from that, and from the air, Second swaps 7 as well. And that's a jet diff onto that tank for Xset. Another plant down, 3 players on a retake. Run it back is ready. Rosa is going to flash and jump out, while the rest
He's trying
here
to watch the
are
flank.
looking, yeah. Thankfully, though, there's still a trap available because we have her that's still alive. Sabrosa, Zekin. I mean, from that last 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Outside point of view in all of these post-plant situations, but that storyline of the contender, definitely doable right now for Xset.
That's the play. Again, they stay on their side. Never really breaking this position. They hover towards B. Uh-oh. GMD has so safely probably gotten to this position now so many times, but he is about to be met with a lot of friends.
Yeah, and Corey's there to save though.
Great
on the top of
trade.
default, aftershock, and nothing you could do. Flash towards the back, Zekin's already in. C-site's open. Flank coming in. As thankfully, Cryo has died, so this flank could happen here from Rossi. Well, he has a stinger, though. This is very tough. Thankfully, Aaron's very close, which could make things work here with this stinger. Oh, off angle. He's going to get this frag. Not being
Oh, dear.
Around the corner is BCJ.
Should be good.
Yeah, no info, heard the footsteps. Meanwhile, though, the fight towards Garage is still being held by Second. And that's it. Xset now puts 7 on the board against TSM's 1.
So, just seeing how Xset actually executed onto that, well, it was a save for TSM. You had Trailblazer coming up, but also available 2 guiding lights, 2 breach flashes, a blind from Omen. Like, good luck seeing if you are figured out by Xset, right? They can just continue to pile it on whoever is in that position and take them out. We saw a nice trade by Corey there as TSM had a great crossfire, but just that movement of the whole group, that power ball of Xset moving together through C. Setting up a bit of this focus towards sewers. This time they'd be right to. Sabrosa is in that spot, Van Silly.
I thought they were going to use the run it back and a rolling thunder for retake, and that was going to be like, this could be a great moment, but Sabrosa's pushing forward. He gets that frag onto Def. Yes, it gets canceled on the run it back, but at least they get first blood. Meanwhile, though, Aaron TP'ing all the way from the shadows in the back of the A side, held by Rossi. Now 7's pushing. This is actually really catching Xset off guard. Trying to go for the triple. He dashes into his opponent, but GMZ's there to save him. On that trait, the revenge kill outside of Garage, and TSM put 2 on the board.
That's what I've been waiting for. You know, Ender kind of talked about how hard it is to basically use this kit, and it is. You need to put yourself in positions where you're the one making the plays. Where's a firewall with a flash coming through it? You're in the opponent's face, right? It becomes so dangerous that we're only seeing that with run it back, the safety of being able to pull back. So maybe a little bit more vim, vigor, and vitality from the Phoenix. Maybe we'll see on the attack side. But right now it seems, again, to be snuffed out. That was such a great play in TSM. That aggression we saw on Split that got him a few rounds. Just what got him that? I'm here in Haven.
Now Seeker's coming out of Xset, pushing very quickly into this A site. But nice rolling thunder actually to stop that push, and it also nullifies the Seekers. We're just fighting in the smoke. They hear the footsteps just around the corner of the Cubia sewers. That's the Blade Storm of Zekin. Now, as it's about to dissipate, who gets first blood? Flash coming out. It's still Rossi with the first kill, and we're still trading it out. Beautiful right click. Battling inside the A site. An advantage at least to nobody. Into the site as we have a 1 versus 1. This guy's insane. A 1-on-1, 7 on the flank. Zekin has no idea. Now he senses it.
Oh, yeah.
He's just waiting. He's got all the time. Until there's only 35 seconds left. Or 5 seconds left, rather. And then 7 gets that frag from the A side. I mean, that was close. That was close.
Still, Xset doing so much damage on these, but you're right. Close. TSM still bring it back. And Des mentioned a little bit from from Split, that while the rounds became close, the way they went in favor of Xset usually were just so abrupt. So to see TSM coming back here, inching in, and Xset still doing damage means it's going to be a tough battle here. But TSM brought the rounds back last map. Can they do it again to make it a 7-5 first half? Orbs on orbs, just to start off. And they're actually not smoking anymore, but Def's going ahead and giving a fault line so nobody can peek long, as they've changed up how to grab. Oh, I'm sorry, Rossi, as they change up how to grab that orb.
Even Xset getting a little bit more mid-control, too. Trying to fight Ori into garage, run it back. Sabrosa inside the B site from A-Link. It's canceled out, and we're going to Rolling Thunder right into garage, into C. Star on the ground, looking for a grab as well to slow the clock. 7 spammed and tagged. He's still alive, and he's still pushing forward. He's looking for the backstab, gets it on the second.
Good.
He's looking for another one. He's 2 HP. Spike goes down for Xset. Cloudburst about to dissipate, but BZJ wins that kill. Sabrosa with no trades. Full kit, full utility. Well, no HP on that. 2 versus 2. Cosmic Divide about to disappear. BCJ just on the other side of platform. Easy kill onto Corey as Rossi trades it back. A 1v1 cannot convert on that frag onto Aaron. And Xset, they're at 8-3, moving into the last round of the first half.
Aaron has been very clutch in those situations. A lot of the Viper plays on Split, now coming up with one here on Haven. And this is kind of the first round we saw an all-out battle, right? We had a few from A where there were retakes, but Xset shut those down. But this is the one, again, it goes down to basically one player living. So as TSM does get these rounds, they are still a bit struck for money. We see buys coming from 7 and Corey for the team. They've planned this with the ultimates coming up. Can TSM get this last round of the first half? Default again from Xset to say, what will you do, TSM, right? They've shown a little bit. Rossi's been pushing sewers, been pushing mid, and Xset, they run it down to almost 1 minute here, and then they start to move forward on contact again. Oh, here we go. There's the Sabrosa play.
We have the ultimate from Cryocells to watch back towards grass, but Sabrosa was almost leaning into the window room. He's hesitating back and forth. We have a double off setup, by the way, because of this rule of thumb from Cryo. They spot GMD. We're pushing out towards window. Cryo sticks out, and Sabrosa gets the headshot, including the spike. Flash across the wall.
Oh!
Grab the wall on the ground.
Let's go!
Still a default passive hold from Xset on mid.
Teleport's ready.
Corey's in a great spot here to fight against Zekin. He decides to pull back and support his team towards grass. Sabrosa, nice little 180 turn back.
Yeah.
7 pushing down towards long C this time to drop BCJ. Somehow this is looking very doable for TSM as the spike falls one more time. We talked about the aggressive off angle from Corey on that spot, and it doesn't even need to TP away. Spike is down, Def stuck inside the cubby of long A on a 4 versus 1. He's letting his opponents come towards him, and it's working out. Rossi with utility in his hands gets denied. Star on the ground. Def looking to fight back on the left. Headshot before TP's away, but GMD trades it out, and they make it salvageable for TSM, putting 4.
Like just flipping around. I swear he was like turning up his mouse sense during play and then turning it back down. This guy's just wild right now. But they need to be wilder, more wild, the wildest. They have to bring out all the stops here to keep themselves in the series and really put themselves in a bit more competitive play, Vansilli.
Xset's even more wild. How can they stop the 4 frenzies of Xset, who stack inside this B side? They saw this coming from a mile away. Only 2 frenzies were bought by TSM, and they both get dropped. Corey and Rossi, only a flash to work with Headhunter bullets. Trailblazer spots them both, and we're going to see them close in for Xset. Back outside garage. Death the first one to create a diversion. A push in from Xset, and it's going to be a knife kill onto Corey for the prime gaming flawless. I mean, that was picture perfect from Death. They're just all standing there from this POV. Nobody's shooting so that we can go in for the knife kill.
Just gave him a wet willy there, right in the side of the ear.
Oh.
They push forward onto this, and the frenzies have just... I don't know what they're shooting out of their frenzies today, but Xset has been on point. Whoop. Bonk.
TF2? That's a TF2 bonk.
Yeah. Too good, too good. The buy from TSM. Let's go. They're going to be going for stingers. They're going into the pockets, Vasily.
Because there's no plant here for TSM. We're just going to gamble it one more time. They've tried it on split. Didn't work out when they had a Spectre round after a plant. Now they're going to try it with stingers on the close range. Trailblazer is going to see the stinger buy. BCJ going for the first spray. 2 flashes to work with 2. The first one just under. Lots of people blinded. Hot hands on the ground. Aftershock as well, just to try to clear corners. But TSM's just holding it. There's just so much going on, especially with that smoke that cancels out all the plans. And again, you're still trying to fight long range. Okay, never mind. You're still trying to fight long range with stingers? Rossi gets the headshot, ADSing with that one, I'm assuming, at this point.
Yeah, quick 5. Real quick. So where do they go from here? They pull it all the way back around. Oh my gosh. The waterfall out window? They're about to be seen. Oh dear. There's a party coming up mid right now, and it looks like they're going to set up shop in B to defend this.
And the smoke is going to make things even harder, because Zekin doesn't have a dash to get into the site. So you're still running that clock down. Okay, plan C. It's going to the C site, literally. Flash there for info. Fault line to slow down. We're running in. Nice smoke once again. Another flash coming out to allow BCJ to close that gap with the frenzy if needed be. But it's just going to be everybody else from Xset pushing in towards logs. And that's a round coming in for Xset. Yeah, they lost 3 players in the process for Xset, 1 HP for Aaron, but it's still a force buy for TSM where, you know, Xset could still use this as another quote-unquote bonus round.
And once they get into the site, it's literally just the goggles. They do nothing. My eyes. TSM running around blind consistently. And it seems like they finally get into position, and then bam, Xset is also in position. But they just got there from rotate. They are snappy on this match right now. Let's see if they can keep it up. 10-4 here. 3 more for Xset, and they will solidify a win on this series over TSM.
This confirms that so far, Xset has won all of their round 3 in this series. And TSM on a very, very low buy. I like the Marshal in the hands of Rossi, though, because he's going to set utility for his team and then play it all the way back because everybody has to execute on the top of what he has. Probably waiting for the fault line to be back in the hands of Rossi, too, so they can try to pop somewhere. So we're cutting noise, avoiding the flash, and we're going to re-hit inside. This is good. 8 seconds left on the fault line.
Call. That's the rotation out as well from BCJ. Release to the AB connector. Here's a set we saw. The dash in, the follow-up. Looks like TSM's going to try this post plant here, but it's an eco. How can Xset pick this apart?
We're actually using Rossi to push all the way up from hell so they can actually try to snipe into A-Link. Now the big retakes coming out from Xset. A 5 versus 5 Trailblazer to find that information first. Cloud burst, and look at the stuns coming out as well from Xset. And now Zekin is just going to run it through. One more to go. Headshot from Zekin. That was so nice.
He's not even. Oh, he just got it back. I was gonna say he's not even dash activated. He's just rolling through, but he got the frags necessary to keep those pockets full of utility. And again, Xset come in methodically. They take it back. TSM in this map has been going down to 1 person on their wins, having no one be able to save weapons, and the economy was so hard for them on the defensive side. Xset's not letting up and not making the second half any easier for TSM right now.
Running back available for Sabrosa. Bonus
Let's
round
go.
Again for
Make it
Xset.
happen.
2 Vandals, 2 Spectres, Blade Storm for Zekin. This is one of those moments where, yeah, run it back on the attack, kind of good, but then you're going to have to play against Fault Line and Flashes. Not the best to get the value out of. So hopefully we get a nice exit in. Speaking about executions, it's going to be Xset instead. Pushing out towards grass. Now we're trying to retaliate by pushing aggressively inside C site for TSM. So Broza continues to clear out spots. No value out of the run it back except for clearing space at least. We're trying to play the post plan, but Everybody's moving back towards Long C. There's only... Okay, I like it. Corey and Sabrosa stay forward. 7 dies in the back of the site, though, courtesy of Zekin's Blade
Long
Storm.
C?
Yeah, and now it's a Long C flash, so let's... Good luck.
Oh, dear.
What I like about this, at least, is that it's plant glued into the wall. So you don't have to try to guess left and right onto the spike. You really just aim on the left of the boxes, and there you go. It works out. That's how it works. Now Zekin and Cryo, they're just getting picked off here. Nice kill from Zekin. Hot hands. It's halfway. Oh, no, it's halfway.
Oh, my gosh! You gotta be kidding me! How do we see that twice in a few weeks, right? Let alone to happen there and having one person alive. Nobody approached the site. Oh, we'll keep spamming. We'll hit it. Oh, my word. I'm losing my mind, Vansili. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I don't think I'm losing my mind in the right ways, but it's still a Red Bull clutch from Zekin. Map and series point. This is insane. Yeah, I mean, but they got money to work with for TSM. Another very steep uphill battle to fight against Xset to try to bring this into overtime. Again, in this type of situation, we saw a potential for TSM to come back on split. This time, I don't know. And it's Sabrosa's just running by 1 versus 1 against Trailblazer. Nice blaze wall, actually. That's going to try to get a pick onto Cryo. Wall comes down. He gets positioned behind bricks. This could be big.
Cryo set up for both of those spots. Oof, good damage. Nice job by Sabrosa to get the angle as well.
Yeah.
TSM look like they want A. Brosa's going to be first.
And he's dinked. Nice flash coming out at least from his teammate as he gets that headshot. Hot hands on the ground. Aftershock to come out too. Flash on default. No plant yet. Cosmic Divide on the attack. That's going to help a little bit more. You know what? We have three players left. Def with the fault line ready so that we can stroll out of spawn. Aaron dies. Zekin's inside. And he gets picked off. Nice post-plant positioning here from TSM as we keep the dream alive at least for one more round.
The pressure of the game point buff. TSM uses it once again. Yeah, Xset pretty strong on that, but TSM getting in. Rosa feeling confident. His push forward, too. He hot hands, and he pushes the operator shot as Cryo resets. He thought none of that was going to happen, so really heady play by Sabrosa here. That's what I want to been feeling from the Phoenix. Like, I feel like Phoenix almost needs to be in another opponent's face, one after the other. But like we said, it's very risky to play competitive. You can always go down, and then your team is basically up the river without a paddle here. Sabrosa to push forward for a little garage pressure. Looks like they want to make noise here. I don't know if they end here, but yeah, they're getting pretty frisky with the bullets. All right. Into B.
Yep. We're going through. Oh, maybe not. It was a little bit of a bait to try to find information towards the link, but at least we have a plant for TSM. A 5 versus 5. Laura by for Xset. As a Rolling Thunder is going out here on the attack, so Sabrosa can come across on a 4 versus 1 right in this angle. And it works out. He's got a run it back available too. Rossi supporting him inside garage, and now it's up to Cryocells with the tour de force, and it gets stopped by Corey. Oh no, I said it in English accent.
Oh, geez. I almost didn't know what you said there. That sounded so weird. 12-6. TSM starting to pull a few back. It does seem like they get the idea. Obviously, this composition is something they're rolling with and enjoying themselves. But it does seem like they're still getting their bearings on it, and it becomes a little more flavorful for them. I'd like to see those few changes there as TSM. And possibly their last matchup, right?
Yeah. Yeah, at least for this stage. Hopefully,
yeah, exactly.
We'll have to see all the Hopium as well as the same Sentinels fans could do the math and see if we could have TSM make it to LCQ. But before we get into the discussion, let's talk about the discussion of TSM moving inside the C site off the run it back once again. So that's twice that they do it off the run it back here for TSM. This could be something that Xset learns if the match continues into Haven. It's going to be a 5 versus 5 post plant. Nice little shot there by GMD. 4 position all the way towards the back. Rolling Thunder too, but another one of those situations where it's planted for long. Corey's at least inside garage so that the rest can move forward with them. Nobody's playing towards long C, and this is what I love from TSM from the rotations. Now Def in the back of default. Sabrosa with the crossfire setup. Def and Aaron, TP on the force, and Rossi's on the flank from the back spawn. And that is going to be TSM with actually a very clean post plant.
Deja vu. Deja. But can they change it, right? There's
Yeah.
always something different sometimes about that deja vu. Maybe TSM can be the one to make that difference. 7 for them. They've now got the money game again. We saw this happen, I think, to go about 8, 9-ish for the first map of Split. 7's 1 off of Ultimate here. You also have Aaron's ready. I remember he used that last time when TSM tried to execute one of their plays. They don't have the Phoenix Ultimate. But watch Aaron if he does try to just get that map fogged up when they try to execute.
Aaron's in a tough spot here as Bricks is spotted by Sabrosa. We're just going to keep holding W here, and that's what we want from this beautiful curveball with a flash into sight. BCJ now gets picked up. I mean, let's just keep the POV on Sabrosa for the rest of the game, because he's going to try to open up the whole half right now. Zekin is going to be the second player you want to follow, because he's also been activated in the second half. Now Death's on his own in a 4 versus 1. Rosa's looking to push him. Wallbag headshot. Now we have a nice little fault line too. Actually, sorry, it was a Nova Pulse coming out here from GMD. And the thing is, though, for 7, still keeping that operator. Has Blade starting to work with, though.
Zekin will be on C-Box with an operator too. See if they can take each other out. It does look like they're actually going for that path, Van Silly. And they want this. They want 7 to have such a big impact on this round. Oh, the peak! So smart from GMD and the squad to calm that out before giving this to Zekin.
And that information play from the shadows of Aaron's ultimate gets canceled right away, but I wonder if they were trying to get an orb onto C site, onto the C orb for Rossi.
Yeah, makes sense. Absolutely.
But after those plans were foiled, we're just going for a regular C side split. Yeah. And Rossi...
I got spiked.
And unfortunately, that doesn't work out. At least a fault line for them to move up towards Gulad for TSM. Nice little aftershock too. Hot hands on the ground. We're pushing in. Rossi gets the kill. Rolling Thunder now activated. But it's going out here on the attacker side before he dies. Oh my god, BCJ somehow still gets a kill. But it's a 2 versus 1. Cryocells on his own with an operator.
Spike planted.
Doesn't work out. TSM converts it after the timeout. Once again, I mean, it's Xset trying to calm things down, and it's still TSM converting after the timeout. Yeah. But it's also a very similar scoreline from the first half now.
Oh my.
Or sorry, the first map.
Oh my, first map, yeah. That was a really clean fault line into hot hands they had on Lumber there. Really, really heady play for TSM to take that. It almost, I forgot who was backing up off the wood pile, but they almost could not find safety, right? It was the fault line, and then it was fire, and then there was flat. Really, really clean the way they set that up, but I feel like it's hard to replicate that again, right? Xset's not going to be in the same spots. They know that it's dangerous to be in X position. Waterfall out window, and it looks like they're going to run it back right into B here. Rest of the team's going to be able to garrison that and get the spike down.
And this is a huge smoke because that's 3 players flanking right now for Xset, and it works out to drop the spike. 7 picks it up for a plant, but Cryo's also inching in from the C link. Battle towards grass very soon as Aaron's trying to push forward, stopped by Corey. At least now we are able to calm down the situation for TSM in this pulse plant. There's lurk on lurks. GMD's on the C link. Nice shot by Def. That's going to allow Xset to close into the B site, but there's that flank from GMD. Makes it a 2 versus 2. Nice little gravity well already set up into the B site. There's the tap that forces out the first one. The second one's going to be us, so we can try to get that fight. But unfortunately, the fault line's about to come in. They know that he's coming in towards that C site. Whee! Oh no. That's a rolling thunder that hits your own teammate. He's just trying to go for the kill. Oh my god. Death gets the kill on the save. The defuse comes in for Xset, and at least they salvage that to win the series. Second map, 13-9 on Haven. That was crazy. I thought there was a moment there that GMD could get it on that post plant.
Yeah, getting a little sketchy at the end. I feel like both